Shadows Unveiled. The city of Marston had always been a place of secrets, where whispers lived in alleyways and hidden truths simmered beneath polished facades. In the heart of it all was Camille, a woman who had spent years perfecting the art of silence. She had learned the hard way that knowing too much about the wrong people could be dangerous. But what she hadn't realized until now was that sometimes silence wasn't an option. Camille had built a life on her intuition. She knew when people lied, when they hid behind masks, and when they were playing a dangerous game. But she hadn't expected the darkness she was about to uncover. It started with a conversation one she hadn't meant to overhear. A group of men, gathered at the exclusive Law Club, spoke in hushed tones about their secret brotherhood, a network of powerful figures who manipulated lives from the shadows. They discussed their rituals, their hidden vices, their ironclad control over the people who unknowingly served their interests. And then, a name was spoken. Hers. Camille felt her stomach drop. They had noticed her. They knew she was asking questions, putting together pieces that were never meant to be joined. She had to act fast. With her closest friend, Ava, at her side, Camille began to dig deeper. She traced financial records, backroom deals, and whispered testimonies from people too afraid to speak out loud. What she uncovered was worse than she had imagined. The so-called elite of Marston, the businessmen, politicians, and power brokers were not just keeping secrets. They were living double lives, manipulating the weak and using their influence to control and destroy. Some had families who had no idea who their husbands or wives really were. Others had hidden relationships, secret lovers who had become pawns in their twisted games. Camille realized that their greatest weapon wasn't money or power, it was deception. The deeper she went, the more dangerous it became. Anonymous threats began appearing. A stranger followed her home. The air around her felt heavy with unseen forces trying to silence her. But Camille wasn't backing down. She wasn't the same woman she had been years ago, the one who had been used, discarded, and left to piece herself back together. She had healed. She had found her strength. And she wasn't going to be intimidated. So she did what they feared most. She exposed them. One by one, she released evidence publicly, loudly, undeniably. The city's biggest names found their secrets splashed across headlines, their power crumbling under the weight of their own misdeeds. Marston erupted in scandal. Some tried to deny, some tried to fight back, but the truth had already taken root. As Camille watched the fallout, she realized something profound. The real power had never been in the hands of those who controlled others through fear. It had always been in those who dared to stand up, to speak out, and to reclaim their own worth. Ava squeezed her hand. "You did it," she said softly. Camille took a deep breath. "No, we did." Because strength wasn't in silence. It was in the courage to be heard. And now, there was no going back.